Hey Justine, Kristen here, and we're with two lovely ladies. We have Dove Cameron from Liv and Maddie and Melissa de la Cruz, the amazing yacht writer. Now, the reason we're here today is there's an amazing movie coming out this summer called Descendants, starring Dove Cameron as Mal, and Melissa de la Cruz wrote an amazing book called Isle of the Lost, all about this world.
It was so much fun. It was actually a dream come true to be part of the Disney universe. So the script had been written, and we were going into production in about a month. And I signed on to write the prequel book, to kind of write the backstory of the characters. So we flew out to Vancouver. We got to meet everybody. It was amazing. It was so much fun to see all the kids singing and dancing, and kind of bringing these classic villain kids to life. It was awesome. And I'm a big Disney junkie, so I was really, really excited to be part of the project.
The book is told in third person, but we thought it would be so much more fun if Dove read it in character as Mal. And so this is the prologue from the book from Mal's point of view.
Once upon a time, during a time after all the happily ever afters, all the evil villains of the world were banished from the United Kingdom of Oregon. You heard me? All the evil villains. I mean, you know them, don't you? Can you name some? There was Jafar, Evil Queen, Cruella de Vil, the evil stepmother, Ursula in there. All of them were imprisoned on this one small island called the Isle of the Lost.
This just blows my mind. This is so cool about this project. That's like, a long time ago we wanted perfect people. Like when these original stories were being written, we wanted perfect girls. We wanted people that were aspirational. And now we want to see the relatable side of things. And sort of like the musical Wicked, which actually our very own Kristen Chenoweth starred in the original version of, it's like we want to see the other side of the coin. We want to see things that are less, just like everything's all right, everything on the surface, perfect people, perfect humans, just like a nice story. And we want to be affected by what we watch. We want to learn about ourselves through watching these characters. And that's why I wanted to play Mal so badly, was because she was so, she gave permission to young girls to be, I get emotional talking about this, but she gives permission to young girls to be complicated and difficult and dark at times, and then able to change and move and grow.
Imagine what it's like to have Maleficent as your mom. I mean, that's right. It's frightening, and and you're kind of alone. And to think about a child living in those circumstances, I really felt for these characters. I really sympathized with them, and I was really rooting for them. And it was also really funny because the values they had grown up with were so topsy-turvy.
Yeah.
They wanted to make their parents proud, and to make their parents proud, they had to be evil. They almost had to be not, their core moral values. And that's what's really fun about these characters in the book and in the movie, is that you see them struggling with their identity and their background. Whether they're the daughter of Maleficent or the son of Beast and Belle, here he is, the most, handsome and privileged guy in the world, but why isn't he happy? So
A lot of people go through similar things that Mal went through in their lives, where unfortunately they don't have maybe a lot of love at home, and maybe they don't get a great childhood.
Every single person, whether they had amazing, always there for them, consistent, loving parents, or, they had the kind of parents that left a couple emotional scars on them, or maybe even some physical scars. We don't get to choose our parents. We don't get to choose our kids. And it's not always like a fairy tale where those two things just match up. Sometimes, you get born into what can be perceived as the wrong household. And I truly, personally believe that there's no such thing as the wrong anything, because if it were the wrong something, it wouldn't have happened. I'm the kind of person that believes everything happens for a reason.
I think the big message from it is that you are your own person, and your history doesn't have to tell you who that is, and you get to decide.
Make sure you check out the novel The Isle of the Lost by Melissa de la Cruz, right over here. And then also make sure you check out Disney's Descendants 2015 on Disney Channel.
For so much more, and for footage on interviews with the cast of Descendants, make sure you go to justinmagazine.com. You can also follow us on social media for so many updates at Justine Magazine. And you can get our issue in print or digitally. All that's on justinmagazine.com too, so go check it out. See you later.